Full contact. Funny haircuts. Man against man. No quarter given or asked. No one can hide in the dojo. JJ Green is located behind the famous Chatuchak Weekend market, and it is the place to go when the regular market closes down around 6 p.m. There you'll find a dazzling array of second-hand goods, arts and crafts stalls, plus dining and entertainment. In the midst of all this activity is the Live House Studio, where the scene was set for some very serious action. Full Metal Dojo 4.
Full Metal Dojo is the most awesome dojo on the planet, obviously. It's the new Kumite 3000. And I mean that literally. I mean fighters from around the globe that can come to Bangkok. Bangkok being one of the most infamous cities on the planet, obviously. And we got the whole grimy vibe, the whole dirty thing going with it. But really what it broke down to is, I've been in this game for a little while, and I knew how the Thais were feeling about MMA. And a lot of them didn't like the whole word, the cage. We don't want anybody fighting in the cage. And this is the thing, the ones that are really into martial arts, they still love all the Japanese stuff, all the Ippon stuff. So it was very easy for me to just say, no, it's not a cage. You're not fighting in a cage, you're fighting in a dojo. It just so happens to have full metal around it, hence Full Metal Dojo.
Full Metal Dojo is the passion project of a dedicated team fronted by US expat Jon Nutt, who plan to carve a niche for MMA fighting in Thailand. The fourth installment of the series, which started in Phuket and has now been transplanted to the nation's capital, boasted a lineup of local, regional and international fighters. Jon's enthusiasm for combat sports is apparent, and the energy he puts into the event extends to everyone involved, from the fighters to musicians to the audience, and it is highly contagious.
I'm a combat sports fan, like across the board. I grew up with my father watching boxing. My mother put me into Taekwondo at a very early age. I was a wrestler in high school, and obviously have always followed the UFC since its inception. The thing is, again, most people who really follow combat sports know, and MMA, most of us agree that Muay Thai is at least 1/3, or at least the best striking art of kind of any of the ones. Yeah, sure, there are some guys that do karate and Taekwondo and all the other ones, but I think there's a lot of people that really realize that Muay Thai is basically the striking art for MMA. And I've lived in Thailand for now 11 years. I call it home. This is where my heart is, if you will. And I firmly believe that if you could convince rural Thailand and Isan, that area, and most of them, get them on board, you would dominate the lower weight classes. The Thais would dominate the lower weight classes, featherweight through bantam, atom, all that whole thing. I think they could do it in about 5 years, 5 to 7 years.
I'm definitely more of a lover than a fighter, but you can't deny the excitement of an event like Full Metal Dojo 4. It's here in Bangkok at JJ Green. I'm going to go in and have a look at the fights.
What we have in store for you is 8 fights in the global rule set. So for all of you UFC fans here, we're actually going to go by the Asian like 1FC rules. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the fight started.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyree!
The action came thick and fast, and the ring or dojo was no place for the faint of heart. The fights were fiercely contested, and the respect they showed to each other was the kind only true warriors can share. And in case you didn't know, mixed martial arts, MMA, is a full contact combat sport that allows the use of both striking and grappling techniques, both standing and on the ground, from a variety of combat sports and martial arts. And the fighters themselves, all that I spoke to, were warm, generous, and keen to give their very best to the event and to each other.
Everyone has respect. I mean, when you go out there and you train together, and you exert all your energy fighting each other, you gain a lot of respect. You know, you naturally have respect for other people doing what you're doing, because it's a very tough job, very tough thing to do. So there's just a lot of mutual respect, and everyone, for the most part, gets along and can handle each other.
Well, I'm here to do martial arts. Done martial arts all my life, and Bangkok's a place to test your skills.
What do you think about Full Metal Dojo?
It's a growing event. I think they're doing pretty good, and then they're helping the sport a lot. So we hope to. I hope it's going to be a big one day, and it keeps going.
Boy, that was hot. I'm glad it's not me in there taking those punches. Full Metal Dojo 4. Wow.